the homeless, I'm always helping the homeless and always trying to, whatever I can, to help. However, when we're in a community these days, when a new individual is introduced to the community and stays in the community, but in a homeless situation, from experiences, I always suggest that they're interviewed, because we don't know where they're coming from, we don't know what they're doing. There was an individual that I spoke with Jack about, this is a few years ago, who all of a sudden showed up, with a garbage bag, pretending to pick up things, but never looked into the garbage, never picked up anything. And I had mentioned it to Jack, and then I also have a friend in the Homeland Security, and they said, we have an eye on that person. And so I brought it to Jack. Just the bottom line is, when there's a new person and that person is on the island and we don't know anything about them, we're a community that everybody knows everybody, at least from sight. And so, would it be possible for public safety and have you interview this one or two people that are on the island, always sitting, for instance, at Starbucks and screaming sometimes at people. Yesterday, somebody with an umbrella. And so I just was wondering, it's good to know what's the background.
Well, it's in New York City today, it's a very careful line that we have to, tread with that. But, if we have a homeless person on the island and we get some type of complaint, we do respond. We respond to the complaints. We try to direct them in the proper way. We have a number of resources that we can reach out to. NYPD has a homeless outreach unit. We can try to direct them. But if we see them doing, acting with some type of antisocial behavior, then we have to act upon that. We do try to engage and see if we can get to the bottom of, what this person is doing on the island, without, being a,
I mean more in terms of security for homeland security purposes. We're on an island with some stranger. We don't know where they're coming from, and so, like for instance, the previous guy, apparently Homeland Security had an eye on him, and then
Are you talking terrorist attacks?
Yeah, I'm talking about not terrorist attack, because
Well, that's
they didn't do
Homeland
anything.
Security.
That's Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
And they're coming to
He had
get
not done
arrested.
anything, but he had, like for instance, card boxes as a house in front of the electric plant. He had cardboard boxes under the bridge, and so, things like that. I'm wondering if you guys would interview
Of course,
people.
we would, if we get a complaint, or if we see someone, that's called on, we have to investigate that. But we can't violate someone's rights also. But we have to, if we do receive a call, we have to respond.
Right.
And we will respond, and we will, try to do the best that we can to help out.
Roseanne.
Yeah. Sorry. I was asking that. So I would like to say that yes, and I agree with you. I think the first approach, first of all, from my perspective, should be to see if the man or the woman needs help,
Yes.
like some food or shelter. We don't know if it's the first time that they are homeless, so perhaps they don't even know that 311 has a service for them. So I think that would be the first approach. However, as Adib was pointing out, there is a particular one, and this gentleman who has been sitting at Starbucks for a long time, and he seemed actually quiet for a while, okay? And yesterday, though, he had a very huge umbrella, big, closed, and there were a couple of people waiting for the red bus at the subway, and he just started to scream, walking. He was screaming on his own, and that is fine, until he reached these two individuals, and he pointed the umbrella, and I'm saying, you know, very big umbrella in the face.
But at that time, somebody should call PSD, so we
Right.
can respond.
Right, in fact, I was speaking with Adib, I was going to work, and I was about to call you, and guess what? I had no signal in the subway, okay? So, but then on my way back from work, I saw him quietly sitting inside the station. So, but that, to me, like to others, I assume, is like a symptom that perhaps there is something that should be seen a little closer, because this time he didn't go in the eye of the gentleman, because the gentleman was just very quiet, didn't react, excuse me. And, you know, he maintained his cool. I don't know how he did it, because he was really at like 1 centimeter from the eyes. But then, you know, when he left, they moved. The two gentlemen just moved away. So perhaps that can be a little dangerous to others, because in another occasions, perhaps he can.
We will definitely keep our eye out,
Okay.
and,
I think there was a complaint today as well that Rick got from a woman that he was urinating on
Yeah, that was
a
the
Yeah,
tree.
that's-
They were at the parent group.
Yeah, the
The
parent
parent
group.
group.
I don't know.
They
if
called public safety, and I believe public safety, she has a report Rick was going to
So
share.
there was a parent who was walking on the Riverwalk Commons
Okay.
and in the daytime, and by a tree next to the Riverwalk bar, the man was urinating, and she
Here,
said,
sure. Shall I just read her story?
Sure.
It's right here. She
Is
goes,
that the same individual that we?
Yeah.
Her name is Igor Kova, I guess. Dear community, yesterday I was walking across the lawn at the subway. The homeless man who sits in Starbucks opened his pants and started peeing in front of me on one of the trees by the sports bar. When I confronted him about it and asked why he didn't use the bathroom at Starbucks, he cursed and yelled back and told me to call the cops. I called the public safety, filed a report, followed him until the officers arrived. He went back to Starbucks where all his luggage was. Later that afternoon, he wasn't there. Sorry, reading from it. But his luggage was still standing by one of the tables. I understand Starbucks allowed him to stay there. I also understand that the shelter system is screwed up. But this is not only disgusting behavior, it's also a health and hygiene issue. And as a mother of 2 kids, I don't want them to be exposed to this. Is there anything we can do?
Okay.
And actually,
Yes.
since
Wait,
this is
I
there.
do we want, I think, if we want to have a general discussion about homelessness, public urination, I'm
No,
not sure.
I think we need to just alert them to the
Yes.
fact that
The
this is happening.
procedure.
There's this one gentleman, what is the procedure?
Yeah.
so she
and I-
then said that public safety,
You want to send an email?
she reported to public safety, and they said there's really nothing they can do if they themselves didn't see it.
That's right.
But,
Right.
We
but
know
that
that.
they'll watch out.
Yeah.
Right, and that's also though what the community has to understand, is that there's only so much they can do, because they do have rights. If they're not doing that, yes, if he was urinating and a public safety officer saw it, they could give them a summons for urinating, but even, you know, probably a summons.
But-
But I understand your point on trying to just.
So can you just kind of explain what you guys can and
Can
cannot do? Yeah.
If it's a violation, we must observe the violation, the PSC officers. If we don't observe the violation, we can't give them a summons. But if they're acting out in their behavior, we will address it. We will address it. Alright.
And is there any way of getting them help or anything?
Yeah,
You
they
know,
have the
when I say
resources.
address it, call the homeless outreach unit, have, you know, other people respond. So, okay.
We've spent about 10 minutes on this question,
Yeah.
and we have 8